Okay, we're pushing on. I'm going to look at the clock. It's 11:15. So obviously I want to be getting to the meeting today at noon. Now look at this thing. Looks like a yellow submarine here. We want to zoom in on this, but we want to keep this visible too. But I think we can't help but zoom in. I can't help but zoom in on this thing. Okay. This is what we got. First position is going to start on open string. So that's going to be like the first position. But these positions make a little more sense to me. I'm sharing them with you for free. Okay. We have root 2, 3, 4. It's the first position. Root 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, root 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, root 2. That's the first cage. Might be the first you've ever heard of this. The first cage of cello. Okay, in my definition. In this definition that I have for you, it's modal cages. Modal cage. Cage mode. Now we jump back and forth between, and I didn't save it, so it said right here, cage mode. Did it? So now we go to the second position. We're going to start here. So the lead-in note is going to be 2, and then we're going to 3, 4, 5. Now I want to zoom. I have to zoom in on this to show you this. Let's go back to position 1, and what we have is 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 3, 4, 5. Okay, remember from if you remember from guitar, okay, if I grab this, okay, if I grab this thing right here, alright, and we copy that, now I'm going to draw it down here again, okay, like that. But now if we could somehow flip that image, okay, so I just did a vertical flip of the image. Now obviously we can't even read it, okay, but you can see the E is on the top here, it's on the bottom here, the C is second, the G is third, and the D is fourth. Look at the blacks and the whites, okay, and what we're playing here. So it's kind of backwards. Alright, so we've got 2, 3, 4 on the bottom here, and we've got 7 root 2 there, 7 root 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 root 2, 3, 4. That's an S4E on the guitar, but now it's a mirror image. Okay, so that's what's going on there. Now, so it makes it a little easier. So we want to look at the leading, the modal cage number, the position number 1 root here, and we want to look at this is the walkover to the second string shape. Remember, there's only 2 string shapes involved here because we're only adding 1 note. So it's root 2, 3 and 2, 3, 4, and you can go ahead and play root 2, 3, 2, 3, 4, or root 2, 3, 4. You can do that, or you can look at it as these 4 notes are an S4E upside downy. So let's look at the guitar now for a second instead of a chart. The S4E with the guitar, okay, if we're starting on Dorian, it would be like that. But with the S4E with the cello is going to be so we're going to skip the positional note and just go like this. It's kind of like the same, it's almost like a G pattern without the center small A string shape. So you can look at it that way. Get the pattern set. I don't care what you look at it as houses. Look at it as house of rock. Look at it, you know, some of these patterns just look like what they are. Look at the G pattern. It kind of looks like a G. You know, in the A pattern especially, the pentatonic, it looks like an A. Okay, so whatever little mechanism you use to familiarize yourself with what this is going to be. So that's actually the easiest one. Let's go to this. Let's go to the third position. Easy. We're going up a scale on the bottom note, on the bottom string rather. Okay. Root 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Root. Okay, the third. We're gonna look at the 4 notes in the third pattern. 3, 7, and then we go over. Remember, straight up's a 5th. Over 1 is a augmented 4th. So we go 3, 7, 4, and root. Okay, we skip those, and we're just going to go to 3 goes to 4, 5, 6. So we've got 4, 5, 6, and then we've got root 2, 3. These are the residual patterns after we've looked at the positional markers, the positional note markers. Then we go 5, 6, 7. Key of C is easy for me here. And then we go root 2, 3, 4. Now remember, in guitar, 2, 3, 4 is underneath 5, 6, 7. In cello, 2, 3, 4 is above 5, 6, 7, but you have to add the root. So it's 5, 6, 7, root 2, 3, 4. But that part of the 4 note, that 3 notes, is just the reverse of guitar. So that I think I've made that point. So these are the positions that I've defined here and these are the cages, but they're also positions. So for 5, you'd be 5, you're going to count a 5, 6, 7, and a 6, 7 root. Remember, 6, 7 root, it's aliased also with the D pattern, 2, 3, 4. So from the key of G, it would be root 2, 3, 4. Okay, for a key of C, it would be 5, 6, 7 root. It only has one alias though. But the long patterns have 2 aliases. You have 4, 5, 6, root 2, 3, and 5, 6, 7. It sounds funny because they're upside down. So that's it with the cello there. Let's do the 6th position if we can. Way up here on the 6th position, so we've got 4 notes to worry about. We only have a 4 up there, so the peculiarities of these positions. We've got the 6, of course, and then the 3, and then the 7 right above it. Now, every time you go from 7 to 4, okay, 7 to 4, you're going to get this augmented 4th, right? Now what happens when you go from 4 to 7? You got the same thing on cello. 4 to 7 is over 1. It looks like a major 3rd on guitar. And 7 to 4 is over 1. Well, isn't that wonderful? Is that the easiest thing I've ever saw? That makes life very easy. So for the 6, we've got our lead-ins. So remember, you're going to have to play the lead-ins when you want to play the cage position. We've got 7. We've got 6 rather. We're in the 6th position here, right here. The 6th position is. We'll have to zoom out a little bit on this big guy here. Here's where the 6th position starts. Notice we included the 4. And we're going to start here. It's the blue one, 6, right there. Okay, so we're going to play our 6 like this. 6, 7, 2, and then 3, 4, 5, 6 major, then 7, 2, 3, and then over 4, that was my bad there. Yeah, I mean, I keep on getting caught in the top part of the ear part here. So let's look at position 5 over here. So it's in the red now. Our position marker notes are 5, 2, 6, 3. That's easy because they're right on top of one another. Let's play those. We've got 5, 6, the 5th of 6. Oh, it's 5, 2. Okay, 5, 6, 7, root 2. Just add 4 to get a 5th. 3, 4, 5, 6. 7, root 2, 3. Okay, so that's 5. Alright, we played that before in the 5th position. Now, the residual string shapes in the 5th position, we've got 5, 6, 7 root residual, 5, 6, 7 root. We've got 2, 3, 4, 5. So we've got 6, 7 root, 3, 4, 5. Okay, 2, 3, 4, 5. Alright, and then we've got 6, 7 root. Getting a little confused here. So let's go right over here. Here's the position. 6, 7 root, 3, 4, 5, 7 root 2, 4, 5, 6. Now if we were playing a guitar, I'm just going to show you this because it's worth reviewing to the point where you're not sick of it, but it makes some kind of sense. Starting on the 4, 5, 6 on guitar, let's look at that. 4, 5, 6. 7 root 2's on top of that. 7 root 2. 3, 4, 5. 6, 7 root. But on guitar, on cello, it's upside downy. Now, and it doesn't sound good until, so it's upside down. So here's 5. So it's 6, 7 root, 3, 4, 5, 7 root 2. Okay, and then what do we got? 4, 5, 6 up here. Okay, that's the 6th position. We're doing the 5th position. 6, 7 root, 3, 4, 5, 7 root 2. Oh yeah, we have to go to the 4, 5, 6. Okay, so right, this is the residuals aren't straight on top of one another. If you could bar this, or let's do something even smarter. Let's transpose that into C. So instead of G, we're going to do it in C. So here we go. 5, it's going to be a mixolydian because it's red, mixolydian. We're going to do C as the mixolydian, which is really in the key of F. So watch out, we're going to be hitting a B flat there. Here. Right here, we're going to go 5, 6, 7 root, 2, 3, 4, 5. 6, 7 root 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 4th of F is what? Alright, so that's pretty cool. Whatever makes it easier for you. Anyway, I've defined these positions for you. And that's pretty much the gist of what's going on, 7 position. And also shape fitting, you know, pattern fitting, where the 7 goes to 4 over here and 4 goes to 7. Is that the easiest thing I ever saw? Otherwise it's straight ahead. In 5ths, just add 4 to 2 and you get 6. Add 4 to 6, it's 7 root 2, 3. And you get your 7 mode.